This week, the House Agriculture Committee heard testimony about the difficulties the pork industry is experiencing in the wake of California's Proposition 12. The largest concern for the industry is for a potential patchwork of laws across the country that pork producers would have to account for when making decisions.
Are we at risk of having 50 state standards that people have to comply with?
Yes, we are, and that was one of the biggest concerns American Farm Bureau had about this law, and one of the reasons we decided to sue California on it. Currently, we run the risk of states constantly moving the goalposts on what farmers need to do. So after they make those investments, they have it changed again. The risk of states enacting a patchwork of legislation like that is in kind of mucking up the system. That is that threat of creating those kind of COVID-like disruptions we saw to the food supply system, and we are very, very concerned about that.
And Ms. Lashman, your testimony also mentions the investment that many farmers have made to be in compliance with, early compliance with Prop 12. Do you have anything to add about what that impact may be on those farmers?
Yeah, well, I would agree with Mr. Cushman that none of the bills we've seen would require those farmers to convert back to the systems that they were under pre-Prop 12. That may overlook the cost that they've already spent in making those changes in the first place, right? So they have already made those changes. They've got those sunk costs. And I think that that's a point that they frequently raise, both in lawsuits and otherwise, when they're looking at those costs, that they've already spent them. So even if there's no requirement that they go back in the law, they will have to analyze whether that's something that they want to do and more cost they'd want to incur.
Humane World for Animals, formerly known as the Humane Society of the U.S., which helped author Proposition 12 in 2018, had this comment after the hearing. "We are here because the pork industry has lost its argument again and again in court and now wants a federal legislative bailout. This effort, led largely by a backwards-facing segment of big pork and a few lawmakers, would erase the will of voters across the country and punish farmers who've already adapted to meet consumer demand for more humane products." For Market to Market, I'm Peter Tubbs.